Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hanan Saeed. If you're new, subscribe and welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always being there and always supporting me. Thank you. So today I'm just introducing a new segment on this channel where I'm just gonna be putting all the story times that I have. Yeah, and it's late night and I'm having green tea as usual. Yeah, and we're just going to vibe. This story time is about a time when my closest friend wanted to be with my boyfriend, and she used like all sorts of tricks to get him. She was very manipulative and she tried to she tried to sabotage our relationship. Imagine. Anyway, so the story time takes place back in back after I finished high school. So I was with this guy for like 3 years. While we were still in high school, we were dating. We would talk all the time. We would meet up when schools were closed. Like we would spend a lot of time together. And we call this guy Blue. It wasn't love at first sight. We actually grew into the love, and it was just something very amazing. I actually saw a future with this guy, honestly. I thought he would be the one for the long haul. So later in like after I finished high school, um I was just I think I was just transitioning into like now I'm an adult. Here I need to like figure out what I want to do with my life. Anyway, so at that time, we were still meeting and I was with him, but I was a bit confused and he was very understanding. So one day, he was just like, Hanan, I'm going somewhere and it's my friend's birthday. Can you come along with us? And I was like, okay, cool. So me, I was with him and we were hanging out, but like we were not in the same like. So there were like two cars, yeah. So Blue was in another car. He was driving other people, and I was in a different car with other people. So we were just vibing, and then when we were going to like a national park and stuff, so we went there, we had fun, and I was actually feeling so out of place because these are university students, and I've not even gone to university yet, and I was not like I was trying to find my place. Yes, I knew a few people there, but like I was not vibing with them as much as you know I wasn't vibing with anyone. And with him, he was very distant. You get me? So I didn't understand like why he would be acting like that. But yeah. So later on, like after like a week or two, I met up with a close friend of mine. Let's call her Abby. So Abby and I were like really close, and we had just finished high school together, and yeah, we were really close, yeah. So she came to visit me, I remember, and we were at home, like we were just chilling and we were walking, and I was just I was talking to her and I was venting. I was telling her like everything that had happened and how I felt like out of place, and I was telling her this whole thing just because I trusted her and I knew like there's nothing bad that she would say. Later, I come to hear from my boyfriend now, Blue, telling me that she was saying that I was not happy. I was feeling like so out of place, like I was very ungrateful, like, I didn't like his friends. And she just really like turned the whole situation to her advantage, if you know what I'm saying. She made up stories about everything. And I was just like, do you believe her, or what is gonna happen now? Like, what is gonna happen? So I was just telling the guy, and he was really hurt because he thought, He thought Abby was a real one, you know. I also thought Abby was a real one, but now it was now me versus Abby. So I was actually like very confused why she would do that. Later on, I asked my ex, but I asked Blue, like, did she ever hit on you? And he was like, yeah. Later on in life, they ended up hitting on each. I don't know who hit on who, but I was really confused about everything. Honestly, like I was, what the fuck is happening here? Because she knew how much this guy had meant to me. She knew like everything that we had been through together, and the fact that he would listen to her over your girlfriend for 3 years, that was really, it was really fucked up. Anyway, so after the fight, I ended the relationship because I was like, I can't do this anymore because it feels like you're trusting them over me. And at that time, I had a lot of trust issues, you know, and you know, when trust is broken, it will never be recovered. Ask a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio anyway. So yeah, I felt like I was betrayed by the lady. So I really got mad and I cut her off. I cut her off like for good, yeah. So we have never like spoken ever since. But with the guy like Blue, at some point like we were talking and then I went off, and yeah, we still have each other's numbers, like we see each other's posts, but we don't even talk because you know life passed, you know. The moral of the story is be careful who you trust, you know. But maybe, you know, I was naive. I was a child. I was very trusting with people. Turns out people are not who they seem. Like I used to give her the benefit of the doubt. A lot of times, like she was doing a lot of shady things. But I was just like, you know, I've known you for some time, so let me just cut you some slack. She had to go to that extent, you know, to take my boyfriend. How crazy is that? Yeah. So this is why I don't have a lot of lady friends, because I have a lot of trust issues with women. Yeah. I think I've learned from a very young age not to trust women. And I need to heal that, by the way. I actually need to heal that. Maybe it's like my childhood traumas, but yeah, I don't think it's easy for me to trust a woman, but it's easy for me to trust a man, you know, because they're not as shady as, and I've not like encountered a lot of shady men. Not that, you know, some men are actually really fucked up, but I haven't encountered a lot of those types of men more than I've encountered the women. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. And this is just me venting. So, right now, me and my current boyfriend, we always quarrel about me working with guys or me talking to guys. And I tell him, like, this is just who I am, you know, and he doesn't want to understand that. But if you actually go back to the books and just see how I've been growing up and who I've been for the past, I don't know how many years, I've just been hanging out with guys because I feel like it's easy for me to like trust guys more than women. Women have just been doing the absolute most, you know, and I haven't really had a good experience with women. Yeah. Except one girl like I finished high school with. Shout out to you, Jackie. And we don't even talk right now, so I don't even know where our friendship lies. But honestly, She was the only genuine girl like I have ever met that I clicked with, and I could call sister without even thinking twice. She was just a very close friend of mine, and I don't even know why we are not talking at the moment, but she was someone very special. Other than that, I don't even have a lot of like girlfriends. Even the friends that I have, which who are girls, like it's just shallow, you know. Yeah. So stay tuned for the next story time. See you tomorrow, guys. Bye bye.